welcome to United First Parish Church. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your journey, welcome to our Unitarian Universalist spiritual community. Hi, I'm Joan McDonald, the Director of Religious Education. We will light our chalice using these words: to remember how we can live, to remember who we are, to create how we will be. We light this chalice. And now we will share our covenant that members and friends of United First Parish Church created many years ago. And it is words that we share together, and it's our commitment in how we want to be together as a community, and also how we want to act in the world. And our covenant goes with these words. As a free fellowship of this historic church, we unite to lift our hearts and open our minds to a larger reality, to accept, support, and encourage one another, to seek the wisdom in all religions, to cherish and sustain the web of life, and to strive for justice, compassion, and peace. So I want to share with you a beautiful story. The title is I Talk Like a River, and it's written by Jordan Scott, and the illustrations are by Sydney Smith. I Talk Like a River by Jordan Scott and Sydney Smith. I wake up each morning with the sounds of words all around me. P for the pine tree outside my bedroom window. C for the crow in its branches. M for the moon fading in the morning sky. I wake up each morning with the sound of words all around me, and I can't say them all. The P in pine tree grows roots inside my mouth and tangles my tongue. The C is a crow that sticks in the back of my throat. The M in moon dusts my lips with a magic that makes me only mumble. I wake up in the morning with these word sounds stuck in my mouth. I stay quiet as a stone. I eat my oatmeal without a peep. I get ready for the day without a word. At school, I hide in the back of class, and I hope I don't have to talk. When my teacher asks me a question, all my classmates turn and look. They don't see a pine tree sticking out from my lips instead of a tongue. They don't hear a crow caw, caw from inside my mouth. They don't hide their eyes from the moonlight that shines from my open mouth. All they hear is how I don't talk like them. All they see is how strange my face looks and that I can't hide how scared I am. My mouth isn't working. It's full with words of the morning. Mornings are always hard, but this one's especially tough. I'm more stuck than ever. My teacher says we all have to talk about our favorite place in the world. Today is my turn, but my mouth just isn't working and I want to go home. My dad picks me up from school. It's just a bad speech day, he says. Let's go somewhere quiet. My dad takes me to the river. We walk along the shore looking for colorful rocks and water bugs. It feels good to be quiet and alone with my dad. But I can't stop thinking about my bad speech day. All those eyes watching my lips twist and twirl, all those mouths giggling and laughing. I feel a storm in my belly. My eyes fill with rain. My dad sees I'm sad and pulls me close. He points to the river and says, "See how that water moves? That's how you speak." I look at the water. Bubbling, churning, whirling, and crashing. My dad says I talk like a river. That is what I like to remember to help stop myself from crying. I talk like a river, or from not wanting to speak at all. I talk like a river. When the words around me are hard to say, I think of the proud river, bubbling, churning, whirling, and crashing. And I also think of the calm river beyond the rapids where the water is smooth and glistening. This is how my mouth moves. This is how I speak. Even the river stutters like I do. I wake up in the morning with the sounds of words all around me. I go to school and tell the class about my favorite place in the world. I talk about the river. And I talk like a river. So what did you think about this story? It reminded me of a time when I was a little girl and I couldn't read. In school, when the teacher asked us to read out loud, I was afraid I was going to be called on and everybody would laugh at me because I couldn't make those letters turn into words. I wonder if the author, Jordan Scott, felt the same way I did. I wonder if my difficulty learning how to read was similar to how he struggled with speaking. When I looked at words printed on paper, I didn't see how those letters could turn into sounds. When I was 9 or 10 years old, the teachers at my new school discovered I didn't know how to read, and they helped me learn how to make words come alive. But it took a long time and a lot of hard work. At the end of the story, I Talk Like a River, the author Jordan Scott describes how hard he worked to learn how to speak without stuttering. And this is a true story. And he remembers that time when his dad told him about how he talked like a river. And it made sense to him that thinking about the river and how the river flows, and usually the river is flowing towards something bigger, like a bigger river or a lake or the ocean. And so that helped him work towards that goal of speaking without a stutter. And as the river moves, it stutters. He always remembered that, and so did he. So now if you take a moment, and maybe you can close your eyes and listen to the way you talk. So say something. It can be funny. It can be just, I love mom. I love dad. I'm happy. Something like that. And feel how that sounds. What is it that makes those sounds? From your lips and your tongue to the air coming out of your lungs. And where do those words come from? From your brain. How do you sound? What would happen if you concentrated on feeling yourself speaking? So where do you feel words in your body when you're talking? Do you feel it in your chest? Do you feel like when you're taking a breath and then the breath is turning into words? Maybe you're feeling your face. Maybe you're feeling your lips. How does it feel in your body when you're talking? And do you speak without pause or hesitation? Do you just speak a lot and it just keeps coming out? Or do you have to think about the words that you're going to say next? And how often do you slip up, make a mistake, forget words, or have difficulty finding the word that you want? It happens a lot. It happens to me. And I'll be like, what is that word that I'm trying to say? And I might have to find another word to describe it. You could also think about if you are afraid to say something because you might say the wrong thing, somebody might laugh at you, all of those things. And I know what it felt like when I was little and I didn't want to say anything at all because I was afraid that everybody was going to laugh at me because I couldn't read. So whatever those words were in the book or on the paper or even on the bulletin board or the chalkboard that the teacher was writing on, I couldn't figure it out. And it was scary, but with a lot of hard work and commitment, you can learn new things and you can learn hard things. So I hope you think about that, and also take some time to think about how you talk and where those words come from, and where do you feel it in your body. And as we end our time together, I wanted to play the song that we play in worship at the end of the service to extinguish our chalice. And it's Carry the Flame. And you might remember the words, carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again.